All right, this is Athena for 191 Radio, and we are here at the Rocket in Harrisburg for the Digital Meltdown Tour with JB from, you want to name the bands now?
Okay, I'm playing tonight with Cold Under as keyboardist. I'll be playing with False Icons as singer and guitar player. Also a member of Ministry, who we talked about earlier.
He's a multitasker, that's what I like.
And interviewing is our guest host. It is Anthony from Exit.
What's going on, guys? So, alright, so you were in Ministry.
Yes.
And now, how's False Icons?
Really good. This was kind of like, you know, the project that I always wanted to do. I've been busy for the last 20 years playing with other bands, and always had this material, had these ideas, had, you know, concept of a band of my own, but never really had the time or opportunity to do it. So
all that together.
Yeah, but when I relocated back to Pennsylvania, I met Brian Brodt, and we immediately began working together, and yeah, started writing material and kind of blending industrial and techno music together. And then just as we got started, I got offered a job with Fear Factory, and ended up spending many years on the road with them. And still, we always, you know, on the back burner was False Icons, and we were working with it. And then Fear Factory took a hiatus in 2002 after the Immortal tour, and that's when I kind of went full-time with False Icons, and we rewrote most of the material in that time period, and then added a live drummer, and eventually started putting the live band together, and we did some tours and some shows and concentrated mostly in the Northeast, and then I got offered a job with Ministry, so everything kind of got put on the back burner.
And that was in, what, 2006?
I went out in 06 with Joey Jordison as the drummer, and we had Mike Scascia, one of the original guitar players, and Paul Raven, Tommy Victor, and myself, who also played in Prong, and Paul Raven and I played in Killing Joke together in the late 80s, early 90s. And then we went out again in 08 after Paul unfortunately passed away, and Joey went on to continue working with Slipknot, and we got a new drummer, Aaron Rossi, and we had...
Where was he from?
He's played with Prong, but he's also worked with Johnny Five and a lot of other people. And then we had Sin, who from the Revolting Cocks, come on board as the second...
The Revolting Cocks.
And then after 08, you know, Al called it quits, at least, you know, for Ministry, but he's, you know, doing solo work. He has the record label, which also has False Icons. Prong also put out a record on 13th Planet, Revolting Cocks. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and we've been really busy, and now...
So what's big question, I guess, for, I guess the mainstream fans, what's going on with it?
Well, Ministry is no more.
Ministry is no more.
So that's
shed a tear, Ministry fans. It's sad.
American Industrial.
But Al, like I said, Al is continuing doing solo work, and I'll very possibly be collaborating with him on some things like that. We're still doing a lot of remix work. I did a lot of Ministry remixes, and you know, Prong's still
going out on CD soon.
They just released a Revolting Cocks remix CD.
And get it online?
You can get it anywhere in stores. False Icons is available in stores worldwide.
Check that out, guys.
And you know, there's still, you know, with so much going on, I mean, Ministry was still nominated for a Grammy Award even this year for the live DVD, which just came out.
What's that called? What's the live DVD?
It's called well, it's called See You Later. That was the last tour, the farewell tour, and then False Icons, our debut release came out in 08, late 08, and we've been touring on that. And
what label is that under?
13th Planet.
13th Planet.
His own record label.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. What's it like touring with the rest of these bands that are playing?
Well, this is great. I've been working with Cold Under for quite a few years now, producing and playing keyboards. Suicide Puppets we met as well, and have been doing shows together and gradually building it up and building it up. Now tonight's the first time that we played with the Twisted and Death Machine.
Yeah!
We've been exchanging, you know, we've been talking to these guys and putting this together, but it's a really unique thing for central Pennsylvania. There's so much of the live music scene is just cover bands, and that's great and it's entertaining, except that, you know, there's no place for original music, and unfortunately, you know, I mean, I don't know, I mean, I never really...
It's easy to copy. It takes talent to create.
Right.
That's true. And you guys are, Digital Meltdown Tour is actually going to be in North Jersey on August 7th at Dingbats, my favorite venue.
With Horror Technics reunion. July 23rd.
I get to play it then, that's fine.
Okay.
What is that? Next week, right?
Yes, next week the 23rd. But August 7th is going to be Pulled Under, False Icons, Suicide Puppets, Vivid Twisted, and Cypher Seer.
Okay.
So that's, and we're going to be live from there. We've been live from Dingbats many times. Now they do say, and I got to just slide this one in. I'm sorry, Tony, that you are not only one of the 10 best keyboardists in the country, but maybe even the world. How does that make you feel to be?
I'm truly honored. I've always felt that I've been kind of like the fifth Beatle, or the the kind of
the Ringo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ringo.
You got so far six giant projects.
Yeah, the fifth Beatle and everything, but nonetheless, people have taken notice after 20 some years of doing it. People have noticed, and that's a really wonderful thing. I'm not one of those kind of guys that's always out there and like kind of high profile kind of person. I've always been kind of.
You're the kind of person that we kind of like a lot more.
But when people,
well, actually, Joey Jordis is kind of the same way. Yeah. He's totally the same way.
I got along really well. We had to work together. He's a small guy, but
5'2".
Anyway, he was great to work with because.
What do you think of the Murder Dolls doing the last album?
Well, they were going to do that. I was surprised.
It was just announced on March 24th.
So yeah, that's interesting. But
it's going to be called Women and Children Last, actually.
You see, with Ministry, there's a lot going on with the keyboards. People don't really understand that, but I had to run a lot of click tracks and loops and even certain key backing vocals, and guitar loops and things, and there's way more going on. So it was a really challenging job. But
that's industrial.
It required someone like an old school manual guy who actually plays. Nowadays people just use laptops and everything's just programmed, and so I actually had to play everything.
It's about the work, man. It's about creation.
It was a challenge, but working with Joey was wonderful, and he's an amazing drummer.
Old school and still the man.
And guitar player is.
Yep.
And what's this Smashing Pumpkins rumor?
Like I said earlier, I heard they were looking for a keyboard player. I sent them a resume and said,
"Come on, Pumpkins, get with it."
But
fuck's wrong with you?
To be honest,
Billy Corgan, get off the fucking pole.
To be honest, I just I've been really fortunate. I played with Killing Joke and Prong, Fear Factory.
I love Prong.
And Ministry. All in,
Fear Factory is awesome.
Kind of important times, during for Killing Joke, it was a resurgence for them. They'd already been around for 10 years and had kind of disappeared, and then kind of were coming back again. And Prong with the Cleansing record, it was probably their best known record. And then Fear Factory too, during the peak of their years, and then Ministry for the final renaissance of Ministry, which was a great honor too. So I just feel really honored, and when people recognize my work, I'm really touched. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, I was just saying, a good friend of mine, Listu is one of his major influences. So
that's really a true honor.
Okay, give us the social networking sites of your current bands, please.
Well, we do Facebook, we have MySpace, we have our official website, yes, and we've been, we've got stuff on YouTube, we have a video, we have some live video up, and really for us, it's just a real challenge because we're trying to do so many things, and nowadays you have to do everything yourself. So, now we have merch and T-shirts, and
we want merch. We want merch.
we have a lot of time.
Make sure you guys get online and check that shit out.
What is the major difference? I just want to ask between Pulled Under and False Icons. Is there? Well, how would you describe the difference between the two bands?
Well, Pulled Under
and their similarities.
Does the detuning and the 7 strings, and everything's tuned low, and it's real dark, and it's very heavy. But the cool thing is they don't do lead solos and that kind of thing. I've never been into solos. If you notice, Fear Factory doesn't do any solos.
No Metallica.
Ministry does, yeah.
A lot of person work.
Prong had some, but Killing Joke never. And False Icons, there's no solos. I don't know why, it's just not my thing. Plus, I can't really do it. So
it's hard to solo on
more of a rhythm to guitar player. Anyway, Pulled Under, I met Doug and was close with Doug when he first put this together, and I heard it. I had a feeling I was going to like it, and I did. I had heard his previous band, Horror Technics, and I immediately could hear keyboards, and I could hear, a production. So I produced and have a recording studio. So I said, look, let's work together, and we did some early recordings that were good. And then when I was out on tour, they laid down this new material, and then Doug and I have been working together, producing and finishing up this CD. And I just kind of came in as originally. I don't know how I got in this band. I don't know. They wanted to do, you know, Edge Crusher by Fear Factory, and Burton C. Bell also lives in the area, and we decided to come out, and we did those songs live. We did a Ministry song, and next thing I know, I don't know, I'm playing keyboards for 400.
Question I have.